Some say don't give up and hope that your good is good enough. Head down, keep on working.
He knew what he wanted. He knew what he had
Right.
to do. He was
Right.
on a mission, in a way, of dying at the cross.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, and it comes out that it comes across Jesus has a very clear focus on what he wants to do. And I can't remember, I know that Paul particularly talks about that if you want to really work for the kingdom, he says that it's much easier if you're single and don't have the worries of this world, because once you have a family, your attention is divided and you have loyalty to a purpose that's very very important and takes a lot of your resources and time.
Yeah. Girls
You
and
have to
guys.
care
We're
for
not
it.
just saying
Yeah.
guys ever had this luckiness of dedicating towards something, and
Right.
girls
Right.
can do it too.
Yeah, sure. But so Jesus, it seems like he was not married. The talk of him being married is reading into the text. And I'll have to get back to you on verses.
Just
of
because
what
he was
Jesus,
nice to a girl or two, people
Yeah.
started saying he's sleeping with them.
and that's typical of humans.
Yeah.
We're watching each other, and
Yeah.
but Jesus, I think all the texts make it appear that he was not, didn't have a family of his own. He had brothers, he had sisters, he had mom and dad. Even dad gets lost, and Joseph is lost in the story. Mary continues all the way up to Jesus' death. We know of
His
Mary.
dad wasn't his biological dad.
Right, and we're not. It's not clear if he didn't die as a younger man and was not involved in Jesus' life. He was at the beginning, and even as Jesus was a young man, Mary and Joseph were looking for him. But then, when Jesus is an adult, we hear nothing of Joseph ever again.
I would think it would be pretty popular if Jesus did get married. I would think it would be well known.
Right, and okay, so that's an interesting point. One of the things that Jesus said was his priority as far as a bride was the church. So he was going to be a bridegroom who was separate from all other except the church. His people were going to be his bride. So he calls the church to be his special people. And he wants them to follow him and be obedient, but that seems to be his bride, the church, and
Cool.
not a human bride that we would
Yeah.
think of. So whether he could do that, it seemed like that wouldn't have been a temptation that he would have got caught up in. When he's tempted in the wilderness, he's tempted with, the temptation. He is tempted with things of the world that you would like, that are tempting to humans. So he's tempted after 40 days. He's in the wilderness and he's preparing for ministry. He was just baptized. He goes into the wilderness. He's fasting and praying and he's very hungry.